That was a scene from a girls' basketball game. The gentleman there attacking someone else in the stands is apparently the head coach for that girls' team. And the person he jumped on, I guess, spectator, father, brother, cousin, uncle, someone associated with, I guess, someone on the team. But he had enough. I don't know what was being said to him, but definitely what was being said was enough to set him off. This incident happened in Virginia at the end of the Richlands contest. Richlands is a school against Wise Central a few days ago. When the Richlands coach, his name is Tom Rife, he went after a man behind that bench, as you could see. And in that broadcast footage of the game, the person in that in the white T-shirt appeared to say some things. And it set that guy off. Now, the Tazewell County Public Schools Dr. Christopher Stacy said in a statement a day after the incident that they've launched an investigation. Man, everything is getting investigated. Look at the video, see what happened, talk to him and see what went down next. What's the investigation outside of just getting people to stop talking about this? So they say they don't condone the issues and all that stuff that's happening. But then again, let's watch it again, because there was moments like this when I was in high school playing basketball, and I thought this would have gone there because I had a fiery head coach. Again, I don't know what was said, but my man said, time out. It's time to jump in the stands and Ron Artest this guy. Watch again. It was over from there. Also, that guy in the stands is a better person than me, because once somebody has a hold of my collar, there's no just standing there. The woman who posted this over on Twitter, she said the Good Old Boy Network fired coach, the previous coach she's apparently liked, who was amazing and had the emotional intelligence to control themselves to the bare minimum we expect of our student athletes. And they replaced him with this: our girls deserve better. I expect the immediate termination of head coach Tom Rife. And of course, there's folks in the comments that were like, you don't know what that guy said to him. You don't know if they touched girls or said something about them. One person did say that. Before firing the coach, find out what happened. Those are young women. If a line was crossed by the spectator, touching or assaulting one of the girls, then the coach may have been justified to hold him until police arrived. I don't know if that happened. Maybe it's part of the investigation. But she responded to all these folks saying, no, that's not what happened. I live there. I know what's going down. This guy's a bad guy. So I guess it's a bit of he said, she said. But I'm not going to say my old coach's name, but man, there was a few times I was like, yo, I think he's going to jump over these chairs and head to the stands. He did not like much of anything happening. I guess it was fiery.
I've never had a mellow basketball coach like in my entire life. I'm talking about from grade school when we started playing organized up until high school, which is when I stopped playing organized basketball. I've never had a mellow, calm, just cool, Phil Jackson type Zen master coach. That's never been the case. All of my coaches have been fiery, really mega intense type of dudes. That being said, I would love to know what that younger gentleman had to say. Perhaps he didn't like the press coverage that they were playing. Maybe they were in a zone and he felt like they should play man. Who knows? Maybe he felt like the motion offense wasn't being ran effectively. He probably had some lineup issues with the rotation. Maybe some of the best players weren't getting enough minutes, or maybe he wasn't mixing and matching the talent in the proper way. We don't know. It might have been a valid critique of strategy. We don't know what he was screaming about.
And maybe it's the way he said it. I guess that's the problem. Because again, people point out potentially there's these, fathers in the stands who are like, you're not playing.
You can't put hands on people though. You can't put hands on people.
Yeah, I mean, from that point.
To me, that's when you gotta get security involved and be like police. Like, yo, get him out of here.
Which he did secondarily to the snatch. He snatches, then he says, come get him, bro. Bro, you're the one that's in the stands. I don't know. I kind of give him props for the timeout. He's like, listen, we're not coaching during this timeout. We're scrapping.
Jayar, are any of your kids in youth sports yet?
Yeah, my kid plays baseball and he wants to play basketball. Which
are you one of those crazy screaming lunatic parents in the stands? Be real. Be honest.
Not at all. Every year that the kid has played, I make sure that I'm one of the coaches involved, so I can scream usefully.
So you're allowed. You're in a position where you're allowed to scream at folks. Okay,
yeah, but the problem is I'm always the good guy coach. I was actually coaching with this other gentleman who was one of those crazed ones, and I was the good cop. He was the bad cop, to use a horrible term. But I was the one who was like, okay, you guys do this. I was like the Zen master. Once they're in the dugout halfway crying, I'm like, okay, this is what you do. And I make sure they go through the right steps to move on to the next thing. We sucked.
So there were no baseball moms or dads that you've had to yell at and be like, hey, take it easy. Or,
I never had to. I wanted to. And there was one umpire that I almost got into it with. We're not going to go down that story again. But that was his fault.